Hello everyone, this is Big L of Rustbelt Chronicles and Rockline. We're here in Findlay, Ohio tonight, where Otep is here live with a Fire and Fury tour. There's also 3 other bands playing. We've got Dropout Kings, One Day Waiting.
I think they split already.
Oh, did they? Oh, okay. And then Core, Is that correct?
I'm not sure.
But anyway, the reason we're here tonight is to talk to Otep, who yesterday just dropped their 8th album, Cult 45. If you haven't had a chance to get that, get on all the websites, download them. Or evidently, the issue with getting.
Yeah, because of what, like I said, I don't call him President Trump. I call him Resident Chunks because anybody that commits treason with the Russians and then is selected to get to sit in the White House doesn't deserve the moniker of president. He started a tariff war with our allies, which is just ridiculous now, which has caused not only people who pre-ordered our album to have it delayed in customs because our label's in Austria, but it's also caused Harley-Davidson to move their jobs overseas, which then raises the price of their motorcycles up $2,000 a piece. Jack Daniels as well, they've had to move their jobs overseas because of these ridiculous tariff wars, and it's starting to hurt a lot of working class people. And it's truly a shame that he's just so stupid he doesn't even understand how it works. It's just really remarkable how dumb this man is.
One of the things that I respect, and I've followed you since way back in the day, you're not afraid to voice your opinion, and you do that through your music, but also through your you do blogs, videos. As an American, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I like that. Cult 45. What was the inspiration behind that? And was there it's not Cult as in Cult 45, but KULT. Right.
Well, I think that what continues to empower this idiotic man, who is some sort of fanboy of Vladimir Putin, which is beyond my comprehension why he would even think that he's our friend, which he's not, is this very small base of his that act very much like a cult. And so we decided to call it Cult 45 because he is the 45th resident of the White House. But we spelled it with a K because of how he's emboldened white supremacists and how he's brought them out of the shadows and told them that it's okay to be hateful to fellow Americans, to our brothers and sisters, just because these idiots in these hate groups have a melanin deficiency. They somehow think they're superior to other people, and they're not. So that was sort of the truth behind the creation of the title. Was we wanted to make sure that people realize that you're not dealing with just a normal group of conservatives or Republicans. I can, as a liberal, progressive, I can sit down with a conservative and have a nice discourse with them on political positions, and we can debate, and it can get passionate. But at the end, we'll still shake hands and walk away and say, okay, we agree to disagree. But you can't do that with someone who's in the cult of 45, because all they know is what he says for them to say. And I've dealt with other cults like people who were joining Scientology and stuff, and the same thing. They can only regurgitate exactly what their leader, David Miscavige or L. Ron Hubbard, has told them to say. Once you get past those talking points, they're empty. They're just vessels. There's nothing left. And so that was it reminded me exactly of whenever I would get into some sort of heated discourse with someone that was a Trump loafer licker. I would it would inevitably end up with them just running out of things to say or defend, and result to just a name calling, thing. So it's like it's a little bit of invincible ignorance. I think it's a little bit of people being eagerly stupid and wanting to have this opportunity to feel powerful again when I guess they felt hopeless in some way. But a lot of people worked hard in this country to make sure that we still are moving forward towards equality for all Americans, not just some Americans, not just the rich, not just white people, not just Christians or business people or whatever. I mean, the working class is the backbone of society, and that's where I come from. I come from the working class. My brothers are construction workers. They get up at 6 in the morning, work all day, come home 6 at night. They got calluses on their hands. They got their backs are sore. But yet they still take pride in what they do. They built someone's house. Someone's family's going to be raised in that house. They take pride in that. There's honor in that. And we got some idiot in the White House whose hands are as soft as a baby's foot. He's never done a hard day's work in his life. He's a trust fund kid. He got all his money from his daddy. He's filed bankruptcy 11 times. And somehow he tricked people into thinking that he was some kind of job creator when he was made famous by being a reality TV host, and his slogan was, "You're fired." So where that disconnect came, I truly don't know. I think it had more to do with the way that he was inciting these hate groups and these other people into believing that he was going to be their voice. After one of these neo-Nazis killed that poor girl at one of the rallies when he ran over her, he said there were good people on both sides and bad people on both sides, and that's just absolutely ridiculous. A lot of people fought. A lot of great Americans, they call it the greatest generation, fought in World War II to kick the shit out of the Nazis. And why they think they have a place in this country, I have no idea. The same thing with and they're waving that swastika flag, which is again, we kick the shit out of you guys, and the leader of that country, Adolf Hitler, killed himself. He's a coward because he didn't want to face his crimes. Same thing with people who wave the Confederate flag. I still don't understand that. That's a flag of treason. First of all, it's not even the flag of the Confederacy. It's actually a flag of one particular battalion within the Confederacy. But the Confederate flag is a flag of treason. It's a flag of treason against the United States of America. And guess what? The United States of America kicked the shit out of the Confederacy too. So why all these people want to be on the losing end of everything? I don't know. Maybe there's just something inside them that is wired wrong. I don't get it.
Yeah, musically wise, you've been called new metal, alternative metal, rap metal. But over the years you've done it all. So can you expect all those in the same from this album, or is it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, when I started the band, I wanted it to be more of a fusion band. I wanted everybody to be, every musician, myself, we all bring our different influences into the music when we're writing and creating it, so that it's not just one genre. It doesn't fit in just one particular box. And somebody somewhere makes up these labels. I don't know who they are, but we're proud of the music we make. I've been doing this for almost half my life, 15 years. This is my 8th album, so we've made some very, very passionate, devoted, and loyal fans. We're very grateful for all of them. And I think what they'll expect on Cult 45 is what they always expect from me: controversy, anger, rage, but also there's some really courageous, messages as well, to ask people to break out of their comfort zones, to go after their goals and dreams. And we're really proud of this album. Really proud.
Now, going back to the beginning, I read your 8th gig was actually Ozfest.
That's right.
Because I was going to saw you play.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Well, we were just a local band on the Sunset Strip in Los Angeles, playing gigs, and we were playing at the Roxy, and we were just one of the locals, and she came out because her son Jack Osborne had come to a couple of our shows before, and then he brought his mother out to see us because he was impressed by what we were doing. And after the show, they said, "Hey, Sharon," I was in the dressing room, and someone says, "Okay, Sharon wants to talk to you." And I was like, "I don't know Sharon." I'm like, "Sharon Osbourne." And I still didn't make the connection. I was tired, it was after the show. I'm like, "I don't know Sharon. I don't know Sharon Osbourne." Like, Ozzy Osbourne, Sharon Osbourne, And I was like, "Oh," blown away. And so I so much respect for her as a woman, as a leader, as, she's a leader. And I went out and met with her, and the first thing she did was hug me. and she said, "Otep, darling, you're doing Oscars this year." And we weren't signed or anything. We had 4 or 5 songs. We'd only done 4 or 5 shows at the time. And I told her that, and she said, "We'll make it happen." And so our 7th or 8th show as a band was in front of 25,000 people in Illinois as main support for Mudvayne back when LB50 was huge. And we walked out on that stage and saw that sea of people and just, kind of paused for a second, took a deep breath, and then we just went right in, and the rest is history. And that's where I really learned how to perform live. I cut my teeth on festivals because we did Ozfest 3 times. And it was really a remarkable moment. I owe a lot to the Osbournes for everything that they've done for us and helping discover us and giving us the visibility that we got from playing on the festival.
Going back to the Colt 45, I also read where you used the instruments from all the instruments from
Seventh Shot, yeah, our first record. We used a lot of the instruments from the first record. Just part of it was to kind of reclaim the spirit of that record and to bring us back to our roots and to just kind of remind ourselves why we're doing this. And sometimes you can get lost in that, when you've got so many other people, labels and producers, and that's why we decided to also co-produce, me and my guitar player Aristotle, who's super talented musician, multi-instrumentalist, can play basically anything we put in front of him. And so we were very confident that we could go in and make this record ourselves and make it about us. And the content on the album, the messages on the album were all very relevant to all of us, all members of the band. Aristotle is the son of an immigrant. His father came over here from Greece when he was in his 40s. He'd already had a whole life in Greece and decided to come to America, and he became a beloved member of the community. And was a successful businessman and all that. And if he tried to come over now, I don't know if he'd even be able to get in right now. With the way that things are going. So we're very proud of this album. We're very proud of the way it sounds. It does sound like it's a more of a raw. It's still polished like a studio album, but we tried to capture the energy that we produce live.
I've seen multiple times in your live productions.
Thank you. Great. Every time we go out, we try to get better. So.
Well, that's. I think you've been doing that. So.
Yeah,
I know every album that you've had so far, at one time or another, has made it into the top 200.
Yeah. Our last record, we were top. Generation D made it in the top 5 on Billboard's charts, so we're very proud of that. And we're excited to see where we land now. It's kind of hard, to judge that in this era of music when people are listening to Spotify and Pandora or just, stealing your music. That we pour our we worked 2 months on this record. We poured our whole soul and blood and life and heart into it. So, but so far we've seen a lot of people do pre-orders again. A lot of them got stuck at customs because of Trump and all of that, and that's unfortunate. But we've seen just nothing but really great support and really wonderful feedback from the people that have heard the album so far.
I own one vinyl on that generation here. I'm hoping to have.
Oh, they've got vinyl. We got our vinyls here.
Yeah, that's the only vinyl one I bought last year when they played in Cleveland.
Oh, very cool.
So, how many stops have you had on the tour so far?
Oh, I don't even know. I just wake up and they tell me where I am, and then we play the show, and then we wake up someplace else and they tell me where I am.
I watched the video last night. You played in Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
Had somebody get married last night?
It was in Cleveland, I think.
Oh, it was in Cleveland.
Yeah, it was one of our VIPs had asked if they could ask their girlfriend to marry them on stage. Who's a transgendered member of the military. He had served in the United States Army, and we have a lot of fans and a lot of supporters in the military, and a lot of them actually end up giving me their medals or their dog tags. And that night, one of the soldiers in the audience gave me their dog tags, and it was a really special moment because it was the night of our album release. And then we also had someone, get married, and I like I said, it's like the couple is the one that had served in the military. He's female to male, transgender. But it's like, who cares? If you can find somebody to put up with your bullshit and you can put up with their bullshit and you love each other, then why not? We only get so many times around the sun on this little rock, so why not live it and love and let people be happy?
In closing, is there anything that you'd like to say to your fans?
Sure. Thank you so much for all your love and your support over the years. You've changed my life, and I hope that you guys really enjoy Cult 45 as much as we enjoyed making it. And thank you for all your love and support, and we'll continue to melt your faces off.
And we're all going to get the
You can get the album on iTunes, Amazon Music, which I think we sold out of CDs yesterday, but I think they've restocked them today. You can get it on Google Play. You can get it at your local FYE if you have one of those. And anyway, that they still sell CDs, which is very, very fine. But you can get if you download it today. We also have on the downloads, we have a very special track that's about 31 minutes long, where I gave out my private phone number to fans when we were making the record, where they could call and leave me a voicemail and tell me about when they first discovered us and how our music has affected them. And we had so many people call, thousands of people call, and then unfortunately, it was really hard to pick, but we condensed it down to about 30 minutes of people just talking and telling us how they found us, how they discovered us, and it was really special. And I wanted to do that as an homage and a thank you to them and to everybody watching for all of their support and love. Because as someone like me who is a loudmouth, singer who makes political music, sometimes it can be pretty lonely, when you get out there. But we have such devoted and supportive and passionate fans that it's really something magical. And again, they really changed my life for the better.
Well, I, for one, I love your music.
Thank you.
And I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And thank you. And
Thank you
good luck
very-
with the album and also the rest of the tour.
Thank you very much. Thank you.